guys, welcome to the video, and in this one I'm going to show you 3 ways, or 3 honest ways, on how to obtain nanites. When I say honest, I mean without using any glitches or exploits whatsoever. First one being the good old whispering eggs, which you find at abandoned buildings. You can scan from your exocraft, or you can scan, use maps. Distress signal maps will show up abandoned buildings. So as you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to dig a tunnel at about a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to do it around all these clusters for the whispering eggs. So I've got all of my holes dug. What we're going to do is jump down on the first one, get your mining beam out, and then start shooting the eggs. What would happen is the larval cores will drop down, but as soon as you destroy the first one, you get these abysmal monstrosities which will kill you, which is the reason why we've dug holes, because they don't come down into the holes. Well, they do, but they don't attack you. It's just because the game's a bit glitchy. So that was the first one I caught. I don't know if you noticed, but what I'm doing, it depends on your control. I'm having to press square on my PlayStation controller to pick up the larval core that comes out. And just to let you know that you have to be pretty quick, it's like 10 seconds or something. The larval core will disappear if you don't pick it up quickly enough. So I just grab this last one, and obviously you just keep holding down square or whatever button you need to use. So there was 4 from this cluster. I'm gonna go around to the next, if I can get out of the hole, run around to the next hole, jump in, and basically repeat the process. I've now collected all the larval cores. What I do is I quickly run around all of the clusters just to make sure I've harvested all the eggs. Then I'm going to run back into my starship, and I shall show you the spoils of my effort. I think I got 2 stacks of 5 and 3. Yep, 2 stacks of 5 plus 3. The larval cores are worth 50 nanites each. So here I've got 600. Well, when I refine them, there'll be 650 nanites for the 2 stacks of 5 plus the stack of 3. And it's taken me about 5 to 6 minutes to do this. What you can do is lay down a base computer here, and you can revisit. I think the respawn time is about a day. I mean, I'll come back tomorrow and they've respawned. They used to respawn a lot quicker, but it was one of the things that got nerfed quite a while ago. Okay, well that's enough for this method, and we'll move on to the next. Okay, so this next method involves buying a residual goop from the guys that land at space stations. We'll speak to him, and we'll go down and see if he's got any goop, which he does. He's got 4,381, and to buy all of that is a 105,576 units. So we've got all of his, and I'm going to run around and collect as much of this stuff as I can. You may have to visit a few systems, because the more you buy, the less that's available. But basically, the more full stacks of residual goop you have, the better, because it does take a while to refine this stuff. So once you have as much residual goop as you want to refine, just to show you one stack of 9,999, we'll place it into a refiner, and that is going to refine into 4,095 vicious fluids. And as you can see, it's going to take, well, 40 to 41 minutes to complete that process. So it is going to take quite a while. Now, Obviously the more stacks the better, and I'm going to show you now that I have 3 large rooms here. Each room has 10 medium refiners, so that's a total of 30. As you can see, in this refiner we have some residual goop, which refines into 4095 viscous fluids. You see 10 in here and 10 in the next room, so that's a total of 30. So once you've refined the goop into viscous fluids, and then that into living slime, that into runaway mold, you're going to end up basically from that first 999 stack of residual goop, you're going to end up with 4095 runaway mold. The runaway mold at the end of that will refine into 819 nanites. Now if you times that by 30, because we have 30 refiners, that will give you 24,570 nanites. The total refining time to get to the nanites is going to be just over 2 hours, so if you use 30 refiners, you're probably looking at 2 to 2.5 hours, plus whatever time it takes you to collect all the residual goop to begin with. So this is the final method I want to show you, and it's good old-fashioned Starship Scrapping. Whatever Starship you do buy and scrap, you're going to lose a little bit of money, you know, sort of about 3/4 or 4/5 of the actual value that you bought the ship for. You're going to keep that and lose a little tiny bit, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. So I'm in a tier 3 system, because that's the best systems to be getting A's and S class ships, which is what you're looking for. So I'm waiting for them all to come in and land. I'm scanning each one to see excuse me, what class they are. This one is an A class, which will do just fine for demonstration. So we go and see how much it is. There you go, it's 1,690,000. Not a problem, nice and cheap. So we've bought the ship, we're going to dive over to this little module and we're going to scrap it. So scrap the ship. Okay. Now once you scrap the ship, I'll go back into my inventory. My inventory I was just showing you before, it's completely empty, so what we have in the inventory now is completely from the scrap ship. So you've got the 2 A-class upgrade modules, which we can sell for nanites, and this is the value of these bits. They're actually, when you come around to sell them, these bits, they're not worth quite as much as what they're coming up on here, but you get most of that money back. So like I say, when you sell that as well, you get most of the money for the Starship back. And then you go over to see any of these merchants, you go to buy and then click on sell, and then you can sell the 2 upgrades for nanites. So there I've just got 613 nanites, which I think is a bit more efficient than the previous method. Well, there you go guys, that's really the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you've learnt something from it. Please subscribe if you want to see any of my future videos. Leave any comments in the section below, and please give the video a like, because it does help me. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now, bye bye.